Shit, how's the weather over there? Not too cold yet?
I'm in Barcelona, lad, so it's pretty nice.
Oh, wow. Jeez, that's nice.
It is nice.
Shit.
I'm living in Barcelona. I can't complain. Although, how's La Rochelle? It's not bad there, is it?
Oh, nice. You're living in Barcelona.
Yeah. Got a
That's
Spanish partner, so I can't complain.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
You've been
Uh,
you were at Barcelona recently.
yep,
How,
we
how was it?
uh, it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, very wild.
Can you
Um,
share anything that's allowed to be said, or?
we no, we had obviously UJ Sutini and Ultan Dilan got married over last summer.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a bachelor's 48 hour in and out of Barcelona. It was
Wow.
mental,
Jeez,
mental.
did you get up to much? Did you see much of the sights, or was it more just having the crack with the lads?
Um, we actually went to uh, what are the markets called? Like the
Yeah.
popular like we had lunch there, and then obviously because we knew it would be sort of quite busy, quite, and we got those two boys like dressed up, and
Yeah.
yeah, they hated it, but it was all good for us, we were obviously loving it. But yeah, we had a good time, man. Good place, Barca. I went
What's
there with
good?
my mum 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Actually, it happened to go at a time when Barcelona had a home game as well. So we caught the game, which was unbelievable. I was at the new camp. So yeah, cool.
Is he much of a soccer fan, or is it just opportunity? That was it.
Gunners. I'm a gunner. So
Really? So life's good for you.
life's not too bad at the minute. But yeah, like obviously just happened to be there, and they were playing, and like we got some tickets. So yeah, it was cool.
Oh, that's
Really good.
brilliant, man.
Yeah.
And look, well, moving on to the rugby, how are you feeling for a weekend coming up, lad?
Yeah, it's obviously really exciting again, like changing competitions, heading into Europe. Yeah, always excited this time of the year when we know we got Champions Cup coming up. Um, Honestly, I was a bit disappointed we're playing Leicester at home because I've always wanted to play at Walford Road.
Yeah.
Uh, I was telling Jack Noel early on in the year once we saw our draw, I was like, geez, if we play either at Walford Road or at the Stoop, it'd be unbelievable because I've obviously never played at those stadiums. So it'd be like a really cool experience for me, like kind of bucket list thing ticked off. And then we end up getting both English teams at home. So
Yeah.
so it won't be
Well,
happening.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, like, you're playing your former team, obviously away, Stormers. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, I don't want to say it, but the sounds of it, you're just like, well, I've done that. I've been to the stadium so many times. Like, you
Yeah,
obviously know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, and like because I played with some of the guys obviously, and I know the coaches really well. So it'll obviously be cool. It'll be a good reunion again. But
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that um, we're getting both of these English teams at home, so it's good for us. But personally, I would have loved to have had the experience of playing at Walford Road or at the Stoop, which is what this competition obviously brings. So yeah, personally a bit disappointed, but as a team and for the club, I think it's awesome that we get some new faces and different clubs coming over to experience what it's like playing at the Fland. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, like, obviously, you grew up in South Africa, and rugby's obviously massive there, but I would have never considered it myself. Oh, you looking upon Europe, being like, oh, I want to go play in Leicester, in Bath, in all those types of
Yeah.
positions. Was that what you were thinking when you were a child growing up?
Yeah. No, 100%. Like when you obviously you watch rugby and you watch the European Cup and stuff like that, you see all these like you just see all these great teams, and obviously going back in English, the English league, like looking at Leicester, they were so dominant for so many years, and you sort of get familiar with Walford Road,
Yeah,
and it's like the stadium, the history about it. You know, it's a really cool experience, like it was for me playing at the Rec last year when we played Bath. You know,
Yeah.
I always remember playing like Rugby 08, the game, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you get to choose your stadium, and like the recreational ground just sounded so cool to me, and like, you know, so it was always just like growing up, you always see like, oh, I would love to go and, you know, maybe watch a game there, and having the opportunity to go and play there is always something special. Yeah.
No, I was just you saying that brought back memories. I was a massive rugby weight fan myself. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
It helped that for me as an Irish fan, O'Gara had a wee star above his head. Do you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
imagine him? Do you still imagine him having a star, or what do you think of
It's
O'Gara?
it's funny you say that, right? So like in our players' room, um, they've got like a they've got the PlayStation, older version of the PlayStation, and they play
Yeah,
rugby, and so they they always like some of the like Wiggy Antonio and like Will Skelton and that they always play with Rog, and
right.
they just get into it and be like, oh, Rog, like, what are you doing there? Look at you tackling. Or like, oh, he's got the star, but he can only kick well, and you know,
Yeah,
stuff like that. So
yeah,
they would be chirping him, but yeah, like, you know, and we used to play it like quite often up in the players' room playing rugby
yeah.
or eight. So it was good fun. He would walk in and he'd be like, you would just see he'd go red in the face and he'd be like, oh, come on, turn this off. What are you guys doing? Yeah, so it's good crack.
Was good. How is the relationship with him as like the coach as well in terms of what's he like? You've been there for a while at that Rochelle now under him. What's he been able to get out of you as a player as well? Like obviously you've come from other clubs. Like what's he managed to extract out of you to make you the player you are now?
I think it's just his constant drive and his passion to win and to improve. Like I think the best way I can sum it up is probably the standards he holds us to
Yeah,
as an individual. Um, he'll be hard on you because he knows what you're capable of, and if you're not where he thinks you should be, he's going to be the first one to tell you, but he'll also be the first one to give you a pat on the back saying, Jeepers, you are unbelievable today. You
yeah,
know, and he knows, you know, it's hard to play in this demanding top 14 that we play in and then go into Europe to be at your best every single weekend.
yeah,
But if if I bring my part and the other guys around the field just bring their part, collectively we can be at a high at a required level. And yeah, I think it's just his like his love for the game, man. Like he's so passionate about it. He's so passionate about wanting excellence for us as players and for the club. Like he holds himself to high standards as well as a coach. And like if he felt like his prep during the week wasn't good enough, he'd acknowledge that on a Monday. He won't just say, oh, it was you guys did this, you guys did that. Like he would acknowledge the fact that my prep was off, or the way I spoke to you guys, we were too we were too negative. Like we should have been more focused on ourselves, but we were worried about what the opposition was going to do. You know, so he's been really great with that. And like I said, personally, it's been so great working with him because he just wants you to excel. Like he's always asking me, he's like, do you still want to play for the Springboks? How can we get you
yeah,
into the squad? Like, what do we need to do? You know, stuff like that. So for him, it's not just about wanting you playing well for your club, but he's always demanding more of our French boys as well, saying, you know, like, come on, you got to be pushing X, Y, and Z to get their spot in the French club, you know,
yeah.
in the French team. So it's just strive. It's like wanting more for the players and wanting more for the club. Yeah.
Well, it's a very simple question from me now, which is obviously you talk about the Springboks. Is it an ambition for you that you still want to be able to get there with the kind of standards they're setting at the minute?
Yeah, they pretty much set the way they're going.
Yeah.
I think I maybe a couple of years ago I would have answered and said yes, but
Yeah.
at the moment, no, not really. Like, first of all, I probably don't see myself getting into the squad anyway.
Hmm.
Uh, Honestly, am I playing good enough rugby that gets Rassi to sit up and take note? Probably not. So, I'm
Mm.
also realistic in the sense that I'm also 33 years old. Um, they are unbelievably talented guys coming through in South Africa. So, I was lucky enough that I got to put on the Springbok jersey a couple of times. But do I still want to play for the Springboks? No, because
Mm.
I just think, not because I wouldn't love to be part of that group. I think what they're
Yeah.
doing is obviously amazing, but it's just because I'm realistic with myself and I'm realistic with my expectations. So also, it's currently not a driving factor in my career. Yeah.
Well, I'd just say to you, age is only a number, so I wouldn't worry about that. But but I was talking to Nolan Legarec in the
Yeah.
summer, but when he was joining, and he said that one of the reasons he joined was to play with you. So how does
Oh,
that make you feel?
yeah, that's awesome. But he's such a classy player. I was so surprised, like when I first met him, the first couple of days
Yeah.
of having him here, like training with him. I think when you we obviously we played against him and we saw his qualities in that, but I didn't know him on a day-to-day basis. And
Mm.
when he came here, his knowledge of the game and his rugby brain, his understanding as a 22-year-old, I think,
Yeah.
it's 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 scary. Honestly, it's unbelievable. Um, the the self belief he has, the confidence he has to try things that he thinks will work,
Mm.
um, is amazing. And like he's he's a leader at such a young age, and it's something that's so natural as well. And I suppose if you're a nine and you want to be a really good nine and one of the greats, that's one of the characteristics you need to have, but for him it just comes so naturally, like he challenges our coaches not to be
Yeah.
know-it-all, but just why are we doing this instead of this, and it's just his 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 want to improve. He's so coachable at the same time, but is extremely knowledgeable, and I think his talent speaks for himself. Yeah, unbelievably chilled guy as well. So he's been a pleasure to play with, and I hope we get him back from his injury pretty soon. Yeah, because it'll be good to have him throughout this period now, going into Europe and over the Christmas and New Year's period. Yeah.
And well, it's funny you mentioned the Christmas. Like obviously, I might be slightly wrong, but it's your Christmas now as a father. How's life that way?
It's been amazing, man. Honestly, watching my little girl just grow up and start and speaking and starting to put sentences together now. Yeah, it's awesome. Like crash drop-offs is so cool. Just like seeing how happy she gets when she sees like her friends and stuff like that. And yeah, she's speaking more French than English at the moment, which is which is a bit funny. So me and my missus just we have to just constantly we'll say stuff to her in English and we can see she's not reacting, and then when we say it in French, she's like, "Oh, okay,"
Okay.
So we're we're taking note of that. But yeah, my missus and my little girls, they've actually been in South Africa for the last couple of weeks,
Hmm.
visiting our family and stuff, and it's just so cool to see how happy she is, or how happy my little girl is, like being at home with her grandparents, and my missus now get to be around her friends who's got kids as well. So, it's
Yeah,
obviously the part of being living abroad that we miss, having the family so close by. But yeah, seeing them back home at the minute, just enjoying it is really good. And yeah, I miss them loads. I can't wait to have them back. But I
yeah.
know they're having a good time as well. Yeah.
Well, it was interesting because I was reading a piece you did a while ago talking about how lucky you were in terms of when you're playing rugby, you're going to private school, but you're coming from a potentially rougher area. Like, could you have
Yeah.
foreseen all this kind of career and where you are now? You sat here, all this kind of
Nah,
thing at the time.
no, not at all. Like, there's so many people I would eventually have to thank once my career comes to an end. So many
Yeah,
people who opened doors for me that would never have been attainable. So I'm never yeah, I'm just always grateful for for what has happened and who has helped me get to this path. I'm unbelievably lucky that this, like, the opportunity I got when I was 10 years old, unfolded in front of me. And like, years on, I'm sitting in La Rochelle, got a beautiful family, still playing rugby, enjoying it, living abroad for 5 years now. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's mental, like, even yesterday, we have a new South African boy in our academy, and he's from Cape Town as well. And I just went to go meet up with him, have a coffee, and catch up with him, take him around town and stuff. And even just speaking to him, like, I just told him, I was like, man, I've got so much respect for you to do what you're doing at 18 years old.
yeah,
I think obviously I'm sort of at the other end of the spectrum now, and I've seen this all play out. And for him to decide at the age of 18 that he's going to leave home, he's going to leave his family, everything he knows, to come to a town on the west coast of France, where a language he doesn't speak, he doesn't know a single person. Like,
yeah,
I'd message him as soon as I found out he had signed with the club, but yesterday was the first time we physically actually met. So, like I said, I'm on the other spectrum of it now. And like, just so happy that other South Africans are also taking the leap, and at a young age doing this as. But yeah, just back to sort of my story is just, yeah, I often have a moment with my wife where I'm just like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah,
we live abroad. We've got a beautiful little girl. I'm just like, what is this life even? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Like, we've been together now. Where we 2000? We've been together 10 years. So it's like, shit. We've known each other for a hell of a long time as well.
yeah.
So it's really cool to get to share that with someone, like, get to share this part of a journey with someone so special. Yeah.
And then just to kind of finish up, it was like obviously you're talking about that mentorship role. Like you're you're obviously an older sibling. You saw your
Yeah.
brother win a medal at the Olympics. Like how was
Yeah.
all that? Like how did that feel being like a older brother just watching him succeed while you've succeeded in the rugby career as well?
It's by far one of the happiest moments of my life. I was so nervous. Like, they had to first qualify for the Olympics, and like, I couldn't watch that game because I was just like, I was so nervous. I bite my nails, like, crazy. And I remember that day, just like
Yeah,
couldn't watch it, and then just being at the Olympics. So like I hadn't seen him play rugby live in like 4 or 5 years before the Olympics. So just the fact that I was able to be present, be there, was already such like a awesome occasion for me. And then yeah, when they won the game against Australia to win the bronze medal, like yeah, just started crying a little bit, because I also know the journey he was on. Um, he was at the Stormers for ages and never got an opportunity and never played, and it was really hard for him, and you know he wanted to stop playing rugby. He was just didn't think like it was for him anymore, and he went to the sevens and he found such joy again. And to then a couple of months later to see him win a bronze medal at the Olympics is, yeah, it's so cool. And like we don't often talk about rugby, which is funny enough between the two of us.
yeah,
Um, he'll ask me something every now and then, or I'll say something to him about you know the way he played or what he did. But to be honest, like I also don't know much about sevens. It's a completely
yeah,
different. But like what's really good between the two of us is like we both love the game, we both enjoy it, but our relationship isn't really defined by the rugby, and we
yeah,
have a lot of other things that we laugh about and we can talk about. So yeah, it's like when he asks me something about rugby, I know that he's actually, well, like he's actually keen to try and figure out my thoughts on something. But
yeah,
otherwise we're just laughing and sharing stories. He's the real entertainer. So I most of the time I'm listening to him tell us stories, and I'm just
yeah.
sitting back laughing my head off here.
I was going to ask, like, the last question I'll ask you is then, so outside rugby and apart from your family, because obviously they're not there at the minute, how do you keep yourself entertained? What do you do to relax?
Uh, I've just um, I've just had the golf bug bite me.
Really?
Uh,
What age did that happen?
like literally, I would say like 2 months ago, man.
Right.
Yeah. Um, like the boys around me, or like all the boys here, they love it.
Hmm.
And I, and I couldn't get into it, or not that I couldn't get into it. I honestly, I, I knew I would get so frustrated with myself.
Yeah.
And one day I was just like, you know what? These guys are they gonna go play 9 holes. I'll tag along. And I would hit a ball every now and then like I hit an unbelievable shot, and all of the boys were like, "What? Like, nah, you've definitely played before." And I was like,
Yeah.
So I was like, "Geez, that's quite a good feeling."
Yeah.
But then I hit like terrible shot. I was like, "I hate the sport."
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like I'm enjoying it. Like I love I love the fashion.
Hmm.
I love sports marketing, the advertising side. It's something that I studied.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, it's like it's like, oh, it's almost like a dream to be able to, after rugby, still be in some form of rugby, but try and bring the fashion into it as well.
Yeah.
Um, it's something that I enjoy. Like I said, I studied brand management and advertising, and it's something that I would love to go into once I'm done with rugby.
And what about gardening as said in your hat?
As in my head, no, no, no. Actually, soon as um, as soon as I sat down and I saw, I was like, oh no, I forgot I was wearing this hat because I just put it on after lunch.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot I'm wearing this hat. Hopefully they haven't taken because I see our media guy over here. So hopefully he hasn't taken any photos of me in
I'd
in this hat.
I'd say loads of people love gardening, lad. They just love that you're a fan too. I think that'll be the positive thing.
You think it's a good thing? Oh,
I think it's
that's
a good
good.
thing, lad. I think it's a good thing. I grew up on a farm. Like it's
Oh,
all about
really?
garden. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all about gardening,
Yeah,
lad.
it's all about gardening. Yeah. Should be what's the uh Peter O'Mani who
Yeah, Peter Mahe. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
takes such good care of his grass and that. Oh, I see his videos on Instagram. I was like, this is awesome, man. That's good
Would you potentially join him in a marketing thing for for gardening?
for gardening. Eh? Should be good, man. It should be good.
Look,
Oh,
Dylan, look, you've been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I've enjoyed every minute and every second.
thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. It's been a
And
pleasure.
I wish you all the best in regards to family life, rugby, and this weekend coming up.
Thank you very much, man. Hopefully you can send us some of that sunny weather that Barcelona's having because it's pretty great out here, man.